right, now that you know the mechanics of how to set up the ads, let's move on to optimizing your campaigns, one of my favorite things to do. So I'm going to walk you through my testing framework because I don't like to guess. I like to do things based on data. From there, I'm going to show you how to use Facebook's built-in automation rules, which will make your life so much easier so you don't have to babysit your ads 24/7. We'll take a look at some of the best performing campaign combinations, and then I'll also talk about how to tweak demographics and optimize the hours and geographic locations. So let's dive in. For the testing framework, I prefer to work with some data at each stage. So this is really about a mindset of learning whatever you did in the first step, applying it into the next step and the next step and the next step. That's what pros do. Even if you fail, you learn something. So make sure that you are figuring out what did you learn so you can apply it going forward. So what I like to do is I like to test using this format. Definitely people test in all different types of ways. I'm sharing what has worked for me. So I'm going to test text in a very specific way, which I'll show you what to do. And then I'll test images, and then I'll test various ad formats like video, image, carousel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Facebook to help give us early quick indicators by using traffic ads. And then what you do after that is it's simply a matter of promoting the winners and pruning out the losers. So let me give you a walkthrough of how I actually do this. I don't start off by testing on a brand new campaign. I don't start off by testing just the ad copy. I actually do something a little bit before that. What I like to do is I like to break down the elements of persuasive copywriting and test those, because this is actually value add, because now I'm going to have this little library of these snippets that we can use in ads, landing pages, email copy, all that type of thing. So I have a Google document here, and what I've done is I have come up with the basic building blocks of persuasive copywriting and come up with several categories. So true or false, for example, like myths, headlines, and subheadlines I want to try out, my greatest fear, right? So it's almost like I'm taking people from where they don't want to be and then also where they want to be, which is my greatest dream. Before I was, now I am. That is putting those two kind of together in a slightly different way. And I've got, if you have testimonials, you can also put them here. I'm trying to keep it short. But again, this is sort of like a before-after situation using testimonials. And I have a couple other advanced categories which are optional to test as well. And I have a whole bunch of them lines here because it's for brainstorming. I find that it's always best just to lay down your ideas first and then go over it again to review to make sure that they fit in with the Facebook policy. So you want to have a minimum of 5. You can obviously keep doing as many as you want. So you would fill these all out, and then what I do is I think this is actually a very smart idea. I first heard of this idea. I was on a webinar, and it was a former Microsoft engineer and data scientist who was talking about this. And I thought it was super smart, so I took that idea and I've actually changed it over a little bit. But what I do is I just go into Canva. So let me open up Canva over here. Canva it has a free version, and I'm just using the free version. And you don't need to know anything about design here. I have a square image. So this is 1080 by 1080 pixels. Which is the default Instagram post size in Canva. So super easy. And I just took, say for example, this is one of the headlines. So I just made this up. I put new training at the top and I put the headline over here. You can change the font if you want. I would not put any images in here. This is text only. So you want to actually eliminate pretty much any type of design. What you should pay attention to though is how much room it takes up on the square. Facebook has a 20% rule, which says that the text can only take up 20% of the image, and it's not going to stop your ad from running, but what they might do is if you have too much text, they might throttle the ad, and if it's way too much text, they might even just stop serving the ad up. So I try and keep it in the top 1/3 here, just because I think it looks better, and I just try and keep it sort of nice and small. but still, you can still read it. Okay. And this is what I'll do. And you don't even, I put in the heading here sometimes. If what you want to test is longer, you don't have to have the heading. It is totally up to you. I used to do these like more designed. I would put colors and stuff in it. Not anymore. I just do plain black and white. You can change the color if you want to, but just make sure that you don't have any type of design element in there, because we want people to vote for the copy, not for the design. Okay.